The countdown till the Nintendo Switch presentation is almost over, and yet we still have yet more Switch rumours for you today. Now we have quite a bit to get through, so I'm just going to start off with some interesting images which have surfaced thanks to a French Twitter user who posted over a dozen pages of an internal document from the peripheral company Hori, which contained quote-unquote working concepts for various accessories relating to the actual console itself. Now, the person who posted these images was pretty forefront about them being unsure about the legitimacy of the images. However, Laura Kate Dale, who you undoubtedly will be familiar with if you've been following the Switch leaks, as she has been at the forefront of many of the ones that have already been confirmed, did vouch for the images' legitimacy, and she said, quote, "Yep, this leak is legit, well worth a look." Maybe one might be wondering, well, why do we care about what Hori are doing? Well, because it might actually point to some launch titles for the Nintendo Switch. There's going to be some accessories for Breath of the Wild, and these have a March 2017 release date, which of course again point to that particular game being a launch game despite the previous rumours to the contrary. However, there's also things such as a fighting stick controller for the Switch, and again a March 2017 release date is attached to the one of the pamphlet's pages relating to this. Now, again, this was confirmed by Laura Kate Dell, who spoke to Ars Technica, and basically said that she, quote, 100% expects a fighting stick to hit at launch. And again, she has a really good track record when it comes to the Nintendo Switch, so do keep that in mind. So, if that's the case, if we're getting a fighting game stick at launch, then obviously it's reasonable to say, well, there's going to be a fighting game of some description for the Switch at launch. Well, since we've had nothing leaked or revealed yet by Nintendo, educated guesses would be a Smash Brothers game, either a new one or a port of the Wii U version. Perhaps it could even be Tekken 7, or maybe even Pokken Tournament being ported over from the Wii U. Yes, please, Nintendo, that would be wonderful, because I haven't played that game and I'd very much like to. You know, there's obviously countless options. It could even be a new IP for all we know, or, you know, maybe Capcom's got a surprise for us or something. We just don't know. But these are, I would say, the safest options, that being Smash Brothers, the Wii U version, and Pokken Tournament, and potentially Tekken 7. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Pokken or Smash Brothers. Those would be pretty strong launch lineup games, even if they are quote-unquote repeats. Now, while the image is a little unclear, we get what is potentially a look at the cartridges for the Switch. Now, while the 3-minute trailer we had a little while ago did show many facets of the console, the actual cartridges that it makes use of was not one of those elements. And these look pretty similar to the 3DS cartridges that particular handheld uses, and they're in a carrying case which looks pretty similar to one that I actually have myself for the 3DS. So that obviously, you know, lines up with what we'd expect for the Switch, really. So, while this isn't exactly huge world-shaking news, it does point to some potentially interesting release titles for the Switch. Again, Zelda Breath of the Wild, you know, a potential fighting game, and of course, many others besides that we undoubtedly don't know about and won't know about until the presentation late tomorrow. However, that isn't our only set of rumours for you today. We have yet more speculation around the price tag. Now, we have numerous prices being placed by various retailers, including Target, who listed a $299 price tag. They also set 15 game placeholders, some of which were listing for $59.99. However, we also had a pre-order price tag posted by a Walmart employee, which showed the listed price tag as $400. Of course, this is following the recent rumours that were from Nikkei that basically said that they expected, but didn't necessarily have any inside sources, that the price would be around $250, which of course is again lining up with previous rumours that it would be around that $250 to $300 mark. Now, to be honest, I'll be surprised if it's as much as $400. You know, perhaps have some sort of bundle where you get a couple of games thrown in or something like that, or perhaps some sort of weird premium edition. I would be surprised if that's the actual system price tag. I think $299/$250 is probably more in the ballpark of what we can expect for the Nintendo Switch. Of course, we don't have we don't have much longer to go until we actually find out for sure. So fingers crossed that they detail us not only the price, release games, all this that we can reasonably expect, but also the specs of the machine, as there's been a lot of talk about that as well. Regardless of what happens with the presentation on the 12th, it's going to be really, really interesting. Apologies, not the 12th, the 13th. Regardless, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.